Welcome back to another update on the Bitcoin price update, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be just quick, and we have some interesting movement that we should mention and pay attention to. So it seems like that the Bitcoin over here is currently trading on approximately the previous week of $20,000, or let's say above $20,000, the week that we had in the 2017. And right now it seems like we are also above 50 monthly moving average. As you can see, this is simple moving average, this red line that is going to the upside. It seems like that the monthly is holding, and we still have approximately 9 days and 7 hours, as you can see, until we close this candle. So it's going to be interesting to see where this candle of monthly chart, so this is monthly chart, where is it going to actually close. Now if we get back to the weekly chart is even more interesting, because we have some movement that I didn't mention in the previous video, and that's the 200 weekly moving average. As you can see, Bitcoin has been respecting 200 weekly moving average over here most of the time. So in the history it is important, and Bitcoin has never been trading below this moving average more than few days. As you can see, we had this COVID crash over here, which didn't last a lot. We peaked a little bit below, and then Bitcoin price managed to close above over here with the next candle, 16 March 2022, and after that we saw that big bull market. Now if we come back on the live version right now, you can see that the Bitcoin is just right now trading below this moving average, and this is very important. What I forgot to mention in the previous video is there is a potential for the Bitcoin to close this crash over here above 200 this or next week. So what I'm expecting from the Bitcoin in this week, so in the Sunday, we're going to see Sunday, how the Sunday is going to close, and even next week over here, if the Bitcoin can somehow close above, so something like we had over here, right? Bitcoin should not spend a lot of time below this moving average, because as you know, we may actually start trading below this moving average very easily. And if that happens, so this is the bearish scenario that could potentially happen, the next peak that I should expect is 13.8. as you can see, the peak of 24th June 2019, and as well over here these closes, and let's see open and close on these candles over here, 17 August and 10th August 2020, which is approximately $12,000. So that's the next target for the Bitcoin if we do not hold these levels. So let's say if we do not reclaim 200 weekly moving average, as you can see over here, if we don't do something similar on the COVID crash that we had at Black Swan event, if you remember, well, we may actually start trading below, which I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. You know, this drop was indicated by no retracement, no any of retests of any moving average or levels. You can see that we just went into the pure drop. We didn't have such a retracement to the averages to retest before we see the drop. So this was pretty much extended, and I do not believe in these levels over here. I do not think that the Bitcoin is going to reach those levels. It is possible definitely, but I don't think it's very much likely. So if the Bitcoin price in the next week reclaims this level over here and stays above it, I do believe that we may actually find a bottom there. Doesn't mean we're gonna start the big rally in the next week, 2 or 3, but definitely means that we may actually see the bottom first, and then some sort of a consolidation, maybe higher low, and then continuation to the upside. But let's wait and see how are we going to close over here. Definitely watch this level, $22,000. Bitcoin stabilized price over here. So if we can see some sort of a reclaim to the upside above this level, it's going to be very positive for the Bitcoin price. Another thing that I want to point out over here is that the daily chart got way overextended, as you can see, from the moving averages. And usually when you see overextension from the moving averages, you're going to see, as you can see over here, retrace to the moving average as a magnet. They are pretty much working as a magnet to the averages, and then you're expecting some sort of action. You can see over here we didn't succeed to hold above 20, 20 exponential moving average, this yellow one you can see, and the price just rejected from it. So right now it seems like Bitcoin is trying to do the same thing. So if we manage to get above these highs and lows over here, and this as well over here, orange one, well, that could potentially give us some strength to break 20 daily moving average, because on these levels over here is actually the 200 weekly moving average on the weekly chart. So definitely observe daily chart, because daily chart is going to give you early indication what could potentially happen with the weekly moving average, simple moving average. Going to the even lower time frame, which is 4-hourly chart, you can see that the Bitcoin managed to break 50, both 50 and 20 moving average over here. One is the simple and the other one is exponential. What this could mean actually is continuation to the upside, which again, as I told you, which could help break these highs over here and the orange line, as I told you, on the daily chart, and that could be actually continuation to retest 100 and 200 4-hourly moving average. One more positive thing that could push us to the above, this moving average, which is very important. I do believe that Bitcoin can do this, is also the RSI. You can see that we are into the oversold zone, and over here we almost retouched the level of 30. We didn't, but we almost did that. And as you can see, whenever the Bitcoin becomes so oversold, usually you're going to see the big bounce, which is normal. Over here, as you can see, moving averages has been retouched 2 times, as well as level of 30 on the RSI, and then you saw the push. So the same thing could apply for now. This actually may be the capitulation zone, but we need to hold these lows over here, and we need to break as soon as humanly possible 22.5 over here in order to see some sort of a confirmation that we are finding or trying to find the bottom in the next week or 2. And one more indicator that is also very important for the Bitcoin price reversal patterns, or at least some sort of a indication for the next push or downtrend, is the MACD. You can see that right now MACD is going into the bullish side. So even so, we are into the bearish trend. It seems like these 2 moving averages are going to soon convert to the upside, and as well the histogram is showing us bearishness is fading away, which could also indicate, together with the RSI, push above 200 weekly moving average. And as you know, we could expect some sort of a push after that, like we had over here into the COVID crisis. So definitely observe that. Definitely this is the very, very most important level so far for the Bitcoin, because in the history has never been properly broken, let's say like that. And this could of course be the first time. There is a probability, there is a chance for that as well, but so far we didn't go below that more than just few days after we just shoot up and continue our bull market. To the next update, happy trading and goodbye.